Hey, there we are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time it might be where you are, welcome back to the live stream. My name is Jeff Fritz. Thank you for the follow. And we're going to write a little bit of code today. Today is April 24th, 2019.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
Greetings. It's so good to see you. Let me say hello to some of the folks that are over here in the chat room already. Wolfhound Jesse. Good morning. Rockstar. Don't know if I'd go quite that far. Well, we're going to write some code today and deploy it to Azure. And hopefully some cool things will happen. Tagaron, good afternoon. Johan B, hello. PowerShell Freak. I'm home. I'm back in the friendly confines of Fritz Studios. Is that what I can call this place? Sure. I've got my Avengers, my shield hat on, right? And it's kind of hard to see because of all the light. But I was told by my daughters I need to wear my ugly sweater, my Christmas ugly sweater. Do not have snow this morning. And it is Tony Stark themed. Look at this down here. Merry Christmas 3000. Yes. And no, it's just great. Surly Dev, already on this. Look at the what?
You have no idea what you're dealing with.
None, no idea. But check this out, right? It's even got. Look at that. So it looks like I have the Infinity Gauntlet, and I make trolls disappear. All right, that's a thing, isn't it? So I've got a little. My ears are a little backed up here, so I'm dealing with things here, and I'm measuring all my sound levels based on visuals, not actually hearing it. So we'll see how this goes today. That's a lot of colors, I know, right? It's plenty ugly. It's so amazing. I will be careful with the snap. Oh yes, we shall be careful with that. So chat room, how you doing today? My gosh, we've so much going on. It's Sunday. We're going to get stuff done today. I was going to make an announcement this week, but I've been asked to hold off by my community manager until Tuesday. I've been asked to hold off. So I'm holding off, but there will be an announcement on Tuesday's stream that I hope you appreciate, you enjoy as much as I do, because I'm pretty excited. All of the Fritz Bits redemptions, channel point redemptions are turned back on. You can troll me to your heart's content there with those, and we'll have some fun. And I have, what else? What else is going on? Sweaters. Yes, Nick Craver. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Big Avengers A on it. Yes, that's right. Whatever. My daughters are nothing if not funny. Funny like that. Let's see, what else are we going on? I can't quite talk about that. Friday, I don't know if you know this. I didn't really pump this up or anything. Maybe we'll do something on Tuesday for this. This past Friday was my 2-year streamiversary. Yeah, that's a thing, right? The 2-year anniversary of when I started streaming. Of course, all the videos are available back on YouTube. I still have to finish exporting more videos to YouTube. From the channel here, and I'm spending some more time on my YouTube channel, trying to get down a little bit of a process. Thank you for the kind words there, Wolfhound Jesse. So I want to start editing down some of these videos. When we do something that's cool, edit down so it's just that thing that happened. And I think there's an opportunity there to make more content happen that's more valuable on the YouTube channel because it's edited down, it's more focused, and folks will find that bite-sized developer tip, project walkthrough, and appreciate it a little bit more. And I spent a lot of time last night working on editing down a video that's part of a blog post that really captures what we went through last week in setting up, well, at least showing the outcome of the studio we built at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas for Dev Intersection. It was tremendous. I have a real passion for this platform, for live video. I'm really enjoying this. And in the course of a few hours, thank you for the follow. Futuro, thank you for the follow. I put together in an extra conference room a pretty serviceable studio that we could use for live streaming, writing code together, for seeing you on Twitch. You saw me on Wednesday last week. I live streamed from that studio. Everything looked tremendous. The audio was great. We had a lot of fun there. I had a problem first thing in the morning starting up, and my audio device wasn't detected properly. But everything ran great the whole day. It was a really, really great show. Frank Brucheros is here. Hey, Frank's another member of the Live Coders team.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
What do I have a Pandora's box of extra time because you'll need it. So that's just it. If I can get down a process, I'll be able to run through those things a little bit faster. Hey there, Frackberg. Good to see you. Simo and Janescu. Yes, I've got my Live Coders bits there. Whatever. I've got some Madrinas on me today. This is vanilla cappuccino flavored. NetJam Jr., hello, welcome. So I wanted to spend some time, and Job in PA, good morning. So what I'm looking at doing today, this is something that kind of fits in with a little bit of that YouTube goal. And I want to make sure that let me back up here for a second. Hang on. Let me back up for just 1 second. I've set goals in the past for things that I want to be able to accomplish here on stream with my professional career, and I've really made it a point to land and hit those. When I get focused on these things, stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? It's like magic. I wanted to hit 5,000 followers. We hit that easily. I wanted to hit 8,000 followers. Oh yeah, we did that too. And we had a rainbow beard last week. Did you see the rainbow beard? We had a rainbow beard last week. Let me see if I can bring that up real quick. And then I'll talk about the next goal that I have and how much fun it's going to be to land this. Because if I can get this next goal to land properly, I think we're all going to be pretty happy. NetJam Jr. says it was great. Well, thank you. Let me zoom out here. See, that's just wrong. But all right, that works. Let's go over here to the code view and we'll talk this through a little bit. There we go. There's my rainbow beard that we had on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday last week. So we did purple, blue, green, and red. I couldn't find a good yellow and orange. So Robert Green and Javier there. Yeah. When Rainbow Cosplay. So I paid up on our 8,000 follower goal. We tick this over to 10,000. Oh my gosh, Ancient Coder.
Ancient Coder just resubscribed for 15 months.
We tick this over to 10,000, and I will do this 12-hour party. We're going to have a bunch of folks join us, and I've already got people that are interested. But Ancient Coder, for that sub, like all of our subs, all of our cheers, I'm going to make a donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Very cool. Thank you so much. And even with Twitch Prime, absolutely. If you use your Twitch Prime account here, you subscribe for free. You're already paying for Amazon Prime, so why not get a free subscription here on Twitch? So I did the rainbow beard thing, and the next goal that I've set, I've kind of put out there. I had as a goal I want to be a Twitch partner, and I made Twitch partner. The next goal I've put out there is I want that 100,000 subscriber trophy from YouTube. I haven't spent a lot of time working on my YouTube channel. I just archive things over there. But I think if I actually spent time on it, I actually built content that was more purpose-driven, more focused on actual, here's a little thing to solve a developer problem, and did a little bit better SEO in that content, I think we'd get to that 100,000 subscribers. So that's what I'm focusing on for 2020. That's my goal I want to hit in 2020. Are we going to hit it? Don't know. Is it really far out there? Is it really hard to get? Absolutely. That's why it's called a goal, and that's why we're going to try to get there. So, MP Skeeter, welcome. Appreciate you joining us. Rami KW, I hope I pronounced that right. Can you ask a question because I'm a software engineer? Of course you can. Everybody in chat is allowed to ask questions. As long as it's on topic, I'm happy to answer. So that was a little bit about what happened last week. I am in the middle of rolling out I recorded a whole bunch of video here, but I'm in the middle of rolling out a video that summarizes how that event went. Right? About how I built that studio. Yes, monetization, blah, blah, blah. Go away. Thank you. See, that's me. And I'm putting together and to show you how I did the studio. There's a blog post that's coming along with this that has all the details. And I've also got, this is not listed yet, so you're not going to be able to find it. But I have links out to all the hardware that I show off here, as well as the socials, and I've got to put that stupid FTC declaration here because there's affiliate links. So that's coming up. I expect to have that delivered later today. Do I like bananas? Corbyman asks. Yes. Who doesn't like bananas? I mean, right? No, there's questions that I've gotten in the past like, hey, how much do you make? Hey, right, where do you live? There's questions like that I'm not going to go after. There are folks who are allergic to bananas, yes. 5 to 10 minute bite-sized videos. Let me put this up from NetJam Jr. because that's exactly the kind of thing that I'm going for. 5 to 10 minute bite-sized videos focused on singular topics would be cool for YouTube. I've also found it's either 5 to maybe 20 minute size videos are really good on YouTube, or 8-hour like marathon viewing sessions. People love my 8-hour workshops on YouTube. Love it. How big is my hand? Primogen big. Yeah, absolutely. I live on planet Earth. There you go. Okay, so Rami KW has a good question here. Let's put this up and let's talk about it. Second year in high school, become really good at coding and programming. Wonder which path is better after high school. Start applying for software jobs, go to college, and forget about coding in high school. If I can, no need to show me your projects. Some college, I think, is important because while you can write code and be good at writing code, there is something to be said for having a knowledge of computer science. If you're going to go in that direction, thank you for the follow, Ultimate Skies. There's something to be said for having trained knowledge about all kinds of different algorithms that are available to you. It's one thing to be really good at writing code. It's another thing to be good at writing software as part of a team. And that's some of what you're going to see in that experience that you're going to get at college. So it's it's something that you need to really figure out. There aren't many folks who can graduate high school and go right into the workforce and skip college for software. They're very few and far between, and I mean we're talking a Wunderkind style, right? Not even Gates and Ballmer or Jobs and Wozniak. They all went to some college. So, currently a solo dev at your company without a bachelor in computer science, and you're worried about hiring more developers. Yeah, there's something to be said for you will need some training, you will need some schooling behind you at some point. Are you going to make the quick grab for cash, or are you going to get a little bit of schooling so you have a longer run to your career? Let me get some music playing in the background. I see a couple more questions coming up here, and I want to make sure that I get to them. But let's get some music playing so that we have some groovy tunes to listen to. I'm going to play Red today. This is Music to Code By from our friend, Mr. Carl Franklin. You saw him last week on the Dev Intersection channel with me. This music's been scientifically designed. It's been engineered to get you in the flow, to get you in the groove, so that whatever task it is you're working on, you can focus on it and just get stuff done. 25 minutes each, about the length of a Pomodoro. Focus, listen for one playthrough of the song, and then get up, take a walk, stretch your legs, grab a tasty beverage, whatever it is you need to do to break out of that focus, and then come back, sit down, hit play, focus for another 25 minutes. That's the Pomodoro technique. This is Music to Code By from Carl Franklin, mtcb.pwop.com. Thank you, Surly Dev. You can execute the music command in the chat room and get a link to get your copy of Music to Code By. All right. Nick Craver says, I think finding said videos is the hardest issue. Wonder how we best make it discoverable from search. The content is a great resource for sure. Man, Nick, whoo, you are leading me right into, that is called a segue, friends. How do we make it more searchable? So, we've got this tremendous archive of almost every, I'm about a month back on the videos that I need to archive from here. But what I want to do is, when we send videos over to YouTube, we don't have the chat to go with it, which makes it kind of weird. If you want to search for something, how do you find it in the archive? Because at best, you're going to have the paragraph or a few sentences that I wrote to go with the video to search on, and that's kind of wonky. That's kind of weird, because you might not find it. So what if, and this is something that I've been struggling with and something that I've been working towards, and I want to actually start putting some time towards it as we get into December, because I think this is going to make accessing and working on this a little bit easier, finding the archive a little bit easier. And it was crystallized for me this week when I received a question on Discord from someone saying, hey, I saw you worked on this file and I want to learn more about your thought process and how you worked on it. So I went back in the archive to when this file was originally written, and I went into the YouTube archive and I tried to correlate between that file and your videos so I could see what your thought process was, the discussion that went around building that file. And it was really, really hard to coordinate the two. So what I want to do is start off, I want to end up with, the goal here is, and it's not something I'm going to do completely on stream, but I want to end up with a full website that has links to all the YouTube videos, with chat, with transcription of everything that comes out of this melon, this guy right here, and a little bit of links off to the code and the commits that we worked on each time. So it's a little bit more comprehensive than just a blog post. It's something that's automated, something that we can point back to and see and connect to exactly what progress we made together here on stream. Being able to have that archive gives us then tremendous search capabilities and the ability to research, hey, what did we do when? And when I build the YouTube videos that come off of it, it'll make it a little bit easier to find and isolate and chop down exactly the content we want. So that's the goal. That's where I want to get to. But today, I want to set up the 4 tasks that we had up there right above me on the checklist. I want to set up a subscription to an ad with. from Twitch to an Azure function, so when a stream is concluded, we receive a notification. Second, when we receive that stream concluded notification, let's fetch the chat and stash it in an Azure Blob storage container. We'll index it for search and other things later. Let me come back to the chat and catch up here. Does Blazor have frameworks? Asks. Let me bring up some of these. Let me queue up some of these. Let me queue up this one. And TV eyes for streaming services. Not familiar with that. Hang on. Svava! So good to see you. Yes, I washed out the rainbow beard. Gets a little messy on pillows, let me tell you. Surly Dev, we're going to look at something like that. All right. So here, let's start with the first question here. Does Blazor have frameworks like Vue.js or something? Not... no, not yet. It's coming. Fortunately, there are folks who are building on top of some of the foundational features there, like the Uno framework, that isn't built on Blazor, but it's built on top of that same mono runtime that Blazor uses, so that you can run... I see I have Steam still open. So that you can run... and I'll put this on D&D. There we go. So that you can build XAML. Take your WPF, take your UWP, and run it in the browser. That's really cool. But it's coming. It's coming. Next up, Wolfhound Jesse says, is there something like TV Eyes for streaming services? I'm not familiar with TV Eyes. What's TV Eyes? Broadcast monitoring for TV and radio is a search engine expressly designed for discovering and quickly finding television or radio coverage. I'm not familiar with anything built for streaming services like this, but that's a really great idea. That's a really great idea. Okay. Let me move on. Surly Dev says, Clark.io has mark and note commands where viewers can contribute to stream notes, something like that, perhaps. That's definitely part of what we can do here. Yes, absolutely. And I have a bot running. It'd be real easy to drop those entries in. Definitely something that we can do. I'm looking. My goal is to automate as much as possible. Because if for whatever reason I might run into a stream where nobody's watching, then or the number of moderators isn't very high, I want to be able to continue to maintain and deliver cool content. And Darn It says, taste the rainbow. Yes. Oh my gosh. That was a joke that I made. When I had the rainbow beard, it looked like I had way too many Skittles. That's a thing. So, let's see what else. Oh, I missed that. I deleted. Where did it go? Yeah, that's right, Nick Craver. Let me add that one into the mix here. Hang on, there was a question. Ah! Yeah, there it is. Why am I capturing chat content? Sometimes chat content is actually relevant to the discussion, and when I talk to chat like this, folks want to be able to see a little bit of this in the archive when they're watching and reading later after the fact. So that's definitely a thing. Fairy Wings is here.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
So good to see you. And I think I saw Fanny Reinders here as well. All right. Thank you for the follows. Faniel Denara and R, is that supposed to be Resharper? Thank you so much for that follow. NetJam Jr. says, probably off topic. Love to hear me talk about Telerik controls and themes. You were thinking of getting their WPF pack after my DevCon stream. DevCon stream? I wasn't at DevCon. I was at Dev Intersection. Is that what you mean? The Developer Conference. Telerik's controls, I used to work for Telerik, full disclosure, so I'm a big fan of their controls. Their themes are really good also. They have an amazing team that builds all of those controls and themes. They're tremendous folks. I have a lot of respect for the folks that work at all of the control vendors, whether it's Telerik, Infragistics, DevExpress, Component One, Sync Fusion. Those folks do a lot of work to build all those controls so that you don't have to. No matter which one you choose of them, you're gonna get great content. It's just a question of which way do you think about things, about the tools. I used Infragistics for a few years, and I struggled at times with some of theirs. I've used DevExpress in the past. Their tools are really great, but I've got the most experience with Telerik's controls, and that's why I personally prefer it, is because I work there, I know the folks there, and I have the most experience using those. So that's kind of why I prefer those. So, yeah, Nick Craver points out here as something else that we can do if we're going to automate this, amend commit message with YouTube links after the fact. That's not a bad idea. The things that we commit into GitHub after the fact, somehow attach YouTube links. That's a really cool idea also here. And actually, let me go over to my Visual Studio Code, and I'm just going to add it somewhere down here as an idea. Amend commit with YouTube links. All right. That's definitely something that would be really cool to do. And Surly Dev continues, you like the message highlighter? This is featured.chat. I could use that in generating the show notes, making a note of the timestamp when I display it, and subsequently talk about it. That's actually a little bit harder because featured chat doesn't log when these things occur. So that's where I think a transcription, right, of what I'm talking about will help significantly. So what are we doing today, asks Medley Fan. So let's put together a project. We're going to extract and archive chat messages for a stream. There we go. So we're going to do this with, there's some Twitch APIs that facilitate this, being notified when a stream is over. There's also a Python script that extracts Twitch chat already, and I've used this a number of times when I've put together streams with guests so they can get a list of some of the feedback that's been provided on stream. So we want to make sure that that feedback reaches those folks and they can do something with it. So when you out there send something to us in chat, hey, it'd be really great if, or I don't like how this thing behaves, to be able to take that chat archive, hand it off to someone, and they can go find exactly that message, check out, who it corresponds to, and be able to respond to you. That's a pretty cool thing. That's a great opportunity for us to collaborate together. And that's what we're going to do. Is that an open source project? Yes. Yes, it is. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Not quite sure how to pronounce that one. All right. So, we are, oh my gosh, we're at 8876. If this number ticks over to 8900, when it ticks over to 8900, because of course it's going to tick over, we'll give away another set of stickers here live on channel. And we sent out a ton of stickers about a week and a half ago. I sent them out just before I left for Dev Intersection. We did 7 packs of stickers and pins and buttons and things. I haven't seen any notices from anybody who received. There we go. Two Wolf got. Hey, good to see you, Two Wolf. Yeah. There's a lot in that pack that and they actually charged me extra because I put pins in there now, which make it a little bit bigger and heavier. So they got the folks at the post office got a little annoyed with me. Blah 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 blah. I tell you. Will it be privacy laws and GDPR compliant? Here's the thing, Agent Coder. When you put chat onto a stream, you're agreeing to share your name and content that you've put out there. You've implicitly given that information. At which point it's my property. So there. Okay. Let me see here. Houdini, no. Good morning, Sean. Good to see you. I've got to highlight that one. Am I a .NET Core king on Twitch? Yes, I am. It's a thing. It's totally a thing. At least I think so. I think I'm pretty good at this. So, yeah, at the point that you participated in the stream, all bets are off. It's mine at that point. So, and right, privacy, you kind of give that up. Yeah, the privacy and GDPR, go ahead and try and challenge that. Anyways, so, right, like, if you don't want me to talk to you on stream, don't put anything in the chat room. So, yes, let's get to the code. Absolutely. All right. The project that I've found on GitHub that I use for downloading Twitch chat, right? GitHub download Twitch chat, or it extracts it. There it is. From Petter Krabul in Norway. This will download for a given video. You can specify the format and where you'd like it to output. Nice. But the problem that I run into...
Small Bacon just resubscribed for 9 months. Keep
Bacon!
Great work. Need Small Bacon in your script.
Thank you so much, Small Bacon. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of bacon in the script. Let me tell you. No, we don't have any bacon. I need bacon. You're right. Thank you so much for 9 months. That'll put you into a green hat. And we'll make another donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to set up and do that on Tuesday. I need to set up for that, and I need to make sure that I have credit card numbers keyed in, not credit card, but account numbers keyed in properly on the website, and we're going to do that live on channel. What's GDPR? A pain in the neck. That's what GDPR is. Let me tell you. GDPR is the General Data Privacy and Retention Act. I think that's what GDPR stands for. Either that or it says, gosh darn, pull requests. No, it's something else. I don't know. Gosh, off the top of my head, I can't remember what it is. Anyways, it's the Privacy Act that was enacted in Europe, but it doesn't matter that it was enacted in Europe. If you put anything on the internet, it's accessible from Europe, and you're susceptible to it. It doesn't matter if you're in Antarctica. The Europeans will find you. They will get you. And they will find you. And you need to abide by their privacy standards. It doesn't matter what your culture, your country is. You're required to abide by European law. Unless, of course, you're in the UK, then you can Brexit and still abide by European law. Anyways, so you're required to be able to disclose privacy information, to disclose, and folks are required to be able to delete their information from your system. However, by opting in and participating in a stream, in a program like this, you're implicitly handing over those rights. So, you like this guy? Which guy? Let me know. Regulation, that's what it is. Of course, it's a regulation. General Data Protection Regulation. Thank you, Surly Dev. Oh no, Free Kevin. Good to see you. Hello. I just described colonization in one statement, says Wolfhound Jesse. Okay. Thank you for the follows. Houdini01 and is that PD Rasta NR1? No, I don't know. Is this Microsoft's Lambda equivalent? Yes. So we're going to create an Azure function, which is very similar to what AWS calls lambdas. It's their serverless technology, because we're just going to listen for something, fire a little bit of code, and store some data. That's what we're going to get to. Thank you for the follow. The aptly named user 43434. Because the other 43,433 users are already out there lame and doing stupid junk. We've got user 43434. Thank you. All right. Azure. Yes, we're going to do some... Okay, hang on. Stop everything. Wait. Come here. I am warning you now. Longtime viewers of this stream, you know that every time I touch Azure, I screw something up. Something goes wrong, something goes bad. I am tempting fate. I am trying to work with Azure Functions again. The last 3 times that we've worked with Azure Functions on this stream, not only has it failed miserably, but we have literally taken down chunks of Azure. Okay, maybe not chunks of Azure, but we've taken down app service machines. We've broken things in significant ways. And it's not been pretty. I'm not proud of it. So, this could be a train wreck. Or it could be really awesome. So let's see what happens. All right. That's power. That's right. Hey, Mary Jo Stabler. Good to see Mary Jo Stabler, the latest member of the Live Coders team. It's so good to see you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. Is Azure hard to work with? Asks NetJam Jr. No, it's not. Is it hard to get right? Yes. And it's in... There's things that... And I see the redemption here, Janescu. We'll get to it. Yes, we will definitely light that up. Give me just a second here. The problem that we run into is... Azure isn't written as a very developer-friendly platform right now. There are no guardrails around it like you have around things like a compiler, like you have in Visual Studio, that will prevent you from doing stupid things. So it's possible to write some code that doesn't behave quite right, and you will break sections of your host, of your subscription on Azure. And I've done it. There's recordings. Check the archive. So, and it's quite simple. Anybody that wants to challenge me and say, you can't do that, you shouldn't be doing this, take a look at the archive and tell me I'm doing something wrong. Azure, it's your foot. Well, it's the same thing actually on AWS, at GCE, the other clouds, the other hosting providers. You can easily do something wrong and blow your foot off. But debugging in serverless is a huge pain, absolutely. So, it's almost like there's a server involved and it's not really serverless, says Nick Craver. Yes, completely agree. So, yeah. Azure, well, see, here's the thing. To Surly Dev's comment here, there are folks that I work with that aren't too thrilled with how I present Azure on this stream. And my answer to them is, you're seeing exactly what I'm doing. If it doesn't behave properly, what am I supposed to do? Thank you! I'm glad you like the sweater. That's my Merry Christmas 3000. Look at that. And yes, I will make my problems go away here. Right? There's even... You can't see it. It's green down there. It's green screened out. Nuts to that. Keep them honest. Absolutely, let's keep them honest. Let's do it. Here we go. Head back over to here. So this is the little bit of code that will, and we can find the Python in here that'll do the extract of chat, right? That's where we're going to get to. So this is the last, the third step there. Trigger the fetch of chat. So we're going to, that's 1, 2, 3. It's in that process. All right. And Janesco has redeemed using Fritz bits, right? That's our channel currency here. And you can find it. It's right there below me over here. The little orange gears. Orange because it looks like the Ritz crackers. You know what I mean. You can redeem a bunch of those and do all kinds of fun things here on stream. You can troll me as much as you like, but we're going to open up and do a public read-write live share for a good chunk of the stream here today. How long is that public read-write? Let me just take a look. I forget how long that's set for. I want to make sure that I give you the appropriate amount of time on this. 30 minutes. 30 minutes? What was I thinking? All right. We're going to have fun with this. Do you know what Live Share is? Live Share is a great feature inside of Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code that will allow you to share and work with other folks to write code together. So I'm going to start up Visual Studio. I'm going to start a new application for this project because we need to trigger and handle a couple different things here. But once I get the project created, I will honor Janescu's redemption here, and anybody will be able to connect in and help contribute to this application. So I'm going to be looking for an Azure function. There we go. A template to create Azure function project. And I don't want to put it there. I changed this to a different location as my default, and it still wrote it to that other location. You make me sad. I'm going to put it here in dev, Twitch chat archive, and let's create a folder here called source, and we'll put it in there. All right. I like it. Solution name, let's call this Twitch chat archive. Let's not just call it that. Let's call it Fritz Twitch chat archive because I name everything after myself. It was 15,000 Fritz bits to redeem. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Let me get this set up here. I'm going to do an HTTP trigger. We'll use a storage emulator to start. Yeah, that's fine. Here we go. No, I didn't want to. No! I gave it the wrong project name. Live share is the dog's surly dev. Oh my goodness. Wow, there's already another preview available. It feels like I just installed the last one. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I don't like that. Right? And I should be able to. Right? Hang on 1 second. Do this. That one. Here. That. Ugh. Hang on. I don't like where this is written at all. Sure, go ahead, save that. I'm gonna move this up one. Right? Yeah. I'm gonna get rid of this one because I gave it the wrong name. Put that there. Okay. Get rid of that folder. Reopen this. Oh, I can't drag it in. That would have been so cool if I could have dragged it in. Something like that. We're gonna open that thing. No, that didn't. That thing? Can we? Yeah, there we go. I need a good no. You're right. There's a couple questions here. Let me make sure I queue them up here. Be sure we answer them. Oh my gosh. 1 second. There's a couple. All right. Houdini says, I don't know anything anyone is saying, but I like it. Well, I'm glad you enjoy. Thanks so much. I'm glad you're here. And, everything's pretty cool here on the stream. Lacmella asks, when you sign up for Azure, you have to enter your credit card. Is there a way to make sure that you don't get billed a large amount? Yes, there is a spending limit you can set. If you hit that spending limit, it will shut off all your services. And then you'll need to go and raise your spending limit in order to reactivate. But you can set a spending limit to prevent a large bill from coming through. So, question from NetJam Jr. is this feature in the Express version of Visual Studio? It's in all of the Visual Studio versions. You'll be able to use it in all of them. The live share. Everybody gets this. Oh my gosh, a couple good questions here. Irandos says, if we use Fritz bits to do naughty things, are they Fritz's naughty bits? Indeed.
What's that?
Are they Fritz's naughty bits?
What's that?
No, really, are they? Okay. Psycho psilocybin? Help me out with the pronunciation there. What's the best source to learn Python for free? There's all kinds of places to learn Python for free. The Python website has a couple really good links off for those. I would suggest if you want to watch someone teach you Python, Clark.io has been teaching a really great series on his channel. If I can get a shout out for Clark.io in the channel. And our friend Ninja Bunny 9000 builds all kinds of cool stuff. She's in the evening Pacific time that you can watch her. Check out Ninja Bunny. Check out Clark.io. They're two members of the Live Coders team doing some really great stuff here.
C# Josh just resubscribed for 10 months.
Thank you so much, C# Josh. I appreciate the resub, and we'll make another donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Let me make sure I can get Ninja Bunny 9000. There's a shout out for Ninja Bunny. Yep, Clark.io does that series on Wednesdays. Katoli, hey there, welcome. Okay. You couldn't help yourself. That's quite all right. We like to have fun here. All right, let's hit this. Let's do some cool things here. Oh, by the way, Pimplachek likes my rewards. They're not all rewards. We decided to make some that are kind of trolling, but they're out there. They're fun. Thank you for the follow, Daniel. I think that's how you pronounce that. And Pimplachek asks, from experience, is the 1 million request for serverless apps easy to break? I don't know. You want to build a full platform on it, but do you think it's worth to do it instead of setting up servers? Wait, hang on. If you need to build a full platform, and you need to do all kinds of interesting things, connecting and business logic that's... yes, build a server application at that point. Right, we're building just literally 2 or 3 pieces of code that are going to interact with things over the web, right? Listen when I receive a message that a Twitch stream is over. Run the extract, save it into a database. I could write that as a single web page and just go and click the button and it does that save. I could do that, but I want it to be more event-driven. When you start looking at doing event-driven things like that, your application gets a little bit more interesting. So let's you only use serverless where it makes sense, you know? Thank you for the follow, Brenny Denny. Welcome. So I'm gonna call this Fritz Twitch chat archive. That's the name of the project. Okay. HTTP trigger, storage emulator, function, and we'll acknowledge our new followers here in just a second. That's better. That's what I wanted to call this. Thank you so much for the follow. Party Ultra, welcome. Perfect pronunciation says Daniel. Okay, cool. Viva X 3794. Hey there. And I got myself a programmer's rubber duck the other day. A unicorn one, says Erin Doss. Oh, nice. Well, congratulations to you. All right. I need to honor this 30-minute live share. If you have Visual Studio, if you have Visual Studio Code, you can install the live share extension in those, and you can taunt me here. You can have fun. We can allow 30 people in, and by Janescu's request, this is a 15,000 redemption here. We're going to be full read-write on this. Oh, man. Oh, man. Feist takes the second computer language class at the beginning of next year for college. Well, congratulations. So, let's... Oh, that's very exciting. Yeah, I'm glad you can't wait. Learning new languages is always something cool. And you don't have to wait necessarily to learn language at school. You can do it on your own, wherever. So I'm going to set up and sign into live share. Get, yep, authorized. Ready to collaborate. Here it comes, doing the sharing thing right here. And I'm going to share this link into chat. Send it to anyone you trust or click more info to learn about secure sharing. Well, I haven't started writing any code yet. So, I'm not going to. But we're going to paste this link. If you'd like to help out, there's the link to join the session. And you can connect in. You will be live editing code with me in Visual Studio. In Visual Studio Code. Your choice. Thank you so much, Janescu, for the redemption. 15,000 bits. And we're going to have that live share open for 30 minutes for you to join me and have fun together. Somebody post this on Twitter that we have a 30-minute live share going on. Set a timer for 30 minutes.
Okay, your timer is set for 30 minutes.
Here we go, friends. All right. Server for the core, serverless for microservices. Depends, Pimplachek. I don't know what your application looks like. So here we go. I can already see folks joining in. Look at this. So the first thing, right, looking at my checklist here is I need to be able to subscribe to the stream concluded event that happens from Twitch. So let's subscribe to stream. And this is going to run on an... Well, do I want it to run on an HTTP trigger? No. Receive... Let's call this receive end of stream. Because I feel like I want to put into a queue the list of streams that I want to subscribe to, right? Thank you for the follow. Wow, is that Avalar Matius? Welcome. Right, so I'm going to receive the end of stream. Let's call this end of stream, right? And I don't like the name of this. Let's call this stream management. And I'll put the two... Hey, there's Frank right there. I'll put the two methods, the two functions in here that'll do the subscription, and the second one that'll do the receive notification. There's also we are also going to need to renew the subscription at some point. Daniel! Thanks so much for the subscription. I appreciate that. Tier 1. And we'll make a donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. You'll get 17 emotes, and most importantly, you'll get to throw emotes at my face here. Excuse me. That was rude. What happened there? It's not letting me back into my file. Well, that's annoying. I think we found a bug, my friends. Because I can't reopen this. Thank you for the follow. It's function one. No, I just renamed it. See, look. Why am I in git ignore? I can't open function one either. I can't open either file. Diagnostic logging, open shared servers, true, presence true, show verbose notifications, focus behavior, prompt, allow guest command control. Yeah, you can run quick fixes in CodeLens, sure. Cannot build, but the focusing, I want to be able to turn that off, but not going to let me do that. And I can't get into these files. I have to unload the project and reload. Which means I need new... There we go. Oh, look at this already. I need to redo the live share. Function 1.js should not be here. Right? Let me get rid of that. Alright. Here's the new link. There you go. Yep, you can connect to Visual Studio with Visual Studio Code. Look at the friends already writing their stuff in here. So this is going to receive the end of stream notification message, right? Which is an HTTP trigger. That's a webhook that Twitch sends. Why are my tabs that? Thank you. We also need to be able to, right? It's just a task, but we need to subscribe, right? And maybe that's a queue trigger, right? And we'll figure out where that queue is. Right, so a queue trigger. Hello, greetings from the UK. Good to see you. Right, queue trigger, queue name, and let's call this Twitch chat subscription queue, something like that. Okay. So is it queue? Is it like that? No. Let's go back over here. Site docs microsoft.com. And we want Azure queue trigger. Right, I want to go after the queue trigger. Here we go. Queue storage bindings. Yes, please. Okay, it's here. There we go. Queue trigger string, and it gives you the string for a queue item. We'll call it that. And I should receive a logger, so I can do something with that. All right. Oh, Frank left. Bye, Frank. So, look at this. Everybody kind of signing in and saying they were here. Hello. Right, do I need to return something? I can return void there. Fantastic. Well, if it's async, I need a task, right? Good. Let's see. Wow. Little Safbeg says, I think InstaFluff brought you here. Well, thank you. What were the first lines of code doing? The using function lines, asks Feist. These define various namespaces, locations where things are inside of our references that we're going to include and make available as shorter names that we can reference here in our code. So things like queue trigger, you can see, right, if I, is it Control J? No. Control Sh, where is it? I want to do the Object Explorer. Is it F2? No, I don't want to rename. I want to find, there's the Object Explorer, and I don't see it. Some of these things, there you go. See, this is SystemNet HTTP response message. That's shortened to just HTTP response message because it has the using statement up here. So it's a way for us to be able to shorten the references here. Yes, it's just like Java import. You got it. Mary Jo was here. Hello from the Czech Republic. Hello. All right, so when I subscribe, I need to send a message to Twitch. It says, hey, this channel is subscribing. We want to listen to this channel so that folks can interact with it. C# Josh. Let me put that message up. Free for all live share. This is Brave. You're the lead developer on a project with source control, and we have things happen every now and then. You can only imagine what an open live share will produce. I have your full attention. Well, it's quite simple. I haven't written a lot of code here yet. I literally just started the project, so I don't think I've got too much of an opportunity for terrible things to happen here. Hey, Seymour from the Czech Republic. Good to see you. In the latest version of Azure Functions, the functions do not need to be any more static. That's great. That's not what this template shows me. You're from the Republic of New Jersey. Party Ultra. Oh my gosh. And now we know.
Knowing is half the battle.
New Jersey's a republic. It's true. Okay. So to subscribe, we need to subscribe to the Twitch channel conclusion, channel ending event. So let me go back over here. So we'll receive some sort of a queue that says, well, we'll put that together. So I don't know what it looks like. We'll figure it out. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go dev Twitch TV, and the documentation is available over here. There it is. So I want to set up to a webhook. Webhook. There we go. User has a new follower. Stream has changed state. Yes. So payload notification for the stream offline event.
Houston, we have a problem.
Aren't you going to tell me which stream went offline? Like, really? Goes online or offline, and you're not going to give me any data. You're not going to tell me what it was. Like, that is the dumbest thing. The Republic of Wisconsin. There you go. Doesn't that come from the subscription, says T. Tutco? Well, it's going to make a hit to us. If data equals null, well, Pimplacheck, how do I know which stream that is that went offline? Right? How am I going to be able to receive and identify, oh, the C# Fritz stream went offline? Right? I'm going to subscribe to this, and I'm going to receive some information back about it that I need to go do something with. Well, how do I know which one it is? By user ID in the URL. Well, right? Is it going to tell me that somewhere? Right? This is the payload. Is it going to tell me what the hub topic is coming back? Thank you for the follow, Basquala. But is my initial subscription to a stream? Yes. I want to be able to subscribe to multiple streams, right? I'm going to subscribe. Subscribe to, unsubscribe from events. I'm going to post to this location with a callback, a URL where the notifications, a subscribe, the topic, and the topic we're going to be submitting is this one, but in that format with the user ID there. So we need to convert somebody's username into a user ID so we can subscribe. Okay. We're going to get a lease in seconds. And a secret to sign notification payloads. Oh, dear Lord, not this again. Okay. Isn't it that one person can only have one stream? Yes. However, my service, I want to be able to subscribe to multiple streams. If I subscribe to C# Fritz and Frank and F. Boucheros, and I receive a stream went offline notification, which one went offline? How do I know which one to go say, okay, clean up, go collect data, start triggering those post notification processes? Right? Post stream stuff. Right? So, we need to send a post to this location. Right? What are you doing in my code? Yeah, Mary Jo, we're going to automate the snot out of this. Right? And we're going to write everything back to the... Oh, yeah. The log. I need to edit that down. That song is way too long. It's way too long. So I need to create an HTTP client request to connect to that location. All right, so hang on. Let's do this. Twitch endpoint equals that. Yeah. Right? We're going to turn that into a URL, but that's the Twitch endpoint. So we need a... Well, we first need to convert the username to a... What's it called? To a thing. To a user ID. Right? That's a thing. I'm going to get user information. Right, and I've already got this written somewhere else. Bazingo. I don't need to send authorization. I should be able to just do it. Authentication optional scope. If this is provided, the response includes the user's email address. Don't want that. I just want their login name. So if I go... Right, if I just get that... Right? Unauthorized. You make me sad. So I have to provide a client ID. Alright, we'll get a client ID. The response mimics the get streams endpoint. Stand by. Let me go back over here. So the get streams endpoint has data that comes down to here and a pagination, right? Response fields. So maybe there's stuff in there. It's in the first blurb, which has the stream ID. Which blurb? But it's telling me over here, example notification for the stream offline event is that. For others, it does include the stream ID right there. The blurb was what you found where it says response mimics get streams. The response mimics the get streams endpoint. Right. All other stream event changes, look at this. Right, this is the get streams endpoint here. Right? You're going to hide it from me now, aren't you, Twitch? No, not. And now we've moved all over the place. Right, there's what that looks like. Right? Data, ID, user ID, username, game ID, community ID is not there. Type, title, viewer count, started at, language. So, but when it's offline, it's telling me this. So we'll see what it gives us. I don't have a way to mimic this though. To test this. Are you kidding? Or I'm not even going to zoom out to see what that ASCII art is. Okay. So I need to post, right? I need to post to there with the appropriate block of information here. Now we did this in the Quiltoni Pixel bot, right? Over here, and we did this for our follower surface. Here, services. No. Let's see. Where did I put it? Is it up here? I think it's in this one. See if I can just reuse the exact same code. Subscribe to Twitch webhook. Bingo. It's like we planned it this way. Callback mode topic. Right, and this was getting the user follows, lease in seconds, and the Twitch secret. Yes. Twitch hook subscription payload. Where did that come from? Right, that's totally a thing somewhere. Really? Twitch hook subscription payload. That should totally be a thing here. No. Should be a thing here. You've lost your hat, Smeb. Oh no. The only thing worse than unintentional scroll jacking is intentional scroll jacking. True. Party Ultra. I've been looking at a very large monitor like that, and I'd be very curious what other folks have experienced with a big 49-inch curved widescreen. No. Okay. So is that like down here? There it is. I'll take you. And we'll put that somewhere down here. Hi, friends. Don't mind me. And we'll put that into its own file. Bazinga. Okay. So the subscription is something like this. Right? So payload equals this. We're not going to go to... Well, the callback is going to be... Ooh, is there a way that we can get that location? You have a 2K, 4K monitor but can't code. Ah, come on now. Everybody can write code. Can write... Yeah. I mean, you can write HTML. That's technically code. It makes the browser do things. All kinds of stuff you could do. Twitch secret. Let's put a constant up here for our Twitch secret. Private constant string. I'll call it Twitch secret. Do the things. Okay. There we go. So now Twitch secret. Why don't you like that? Naming rule violation. Missing prefix. Better. Okay. So we need to figure out the callback URL yet, where it's going to go back to. Lease in seconds. Lease in seconds. Now, let's open that up. Where'd the documentation go? Here. No, not that one. There was a maximum length of at least in seconds. There we go. 86,400. 86,400. How many seconds is that? So 60 seconds in a minute. 60 minutes in an hour. So it's 10 days. Okay. Without creating any subscriptions, since after testing to actually create subscriptions, you must specify a larger value. Okay. So lease in seconds equals we'll start it as 0, 86,400. Okay, so that takes care of that. We need JSON convert. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Don't need to reallocate the logger. Logger log. Log level information. Subscribing to Twitch with payload. There we go. I still need to get the channel ID. Actually, it was 10 days was what it was. I do need to identify the oh my goodness, 2 wolf. Hang on. This is really cool.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, 86,400 seconds. Would you like me to do the math again? And then we'll come back to 2 wolf. 86,400 divided by 60 seconds in an hour in a minute. 60 minutes in an hour. Wait a sec. Divided by 60 seconds. All right, maybe it was only 1. I thought it was 10 days. How did I run into that? Fun. 24 hours. Thank you. Time for a new hat. My choice. My choice? Oh my goodness. All right. Smab!
Smabook just resubscribed for 12 months. There's my hat button.
Yeah, thank you so much for that 1 year, and that puts you into a propeller hat now. And we'll make another donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. I have the perfect hat right here to put on. Hang on. It's a little strange, but it works. And look at that. The colors are all messed up and everything. Mad Gunner says, am I using Core? Are there any big differences between Azure Functions 1 and 2? Yes. Azure Functions v2 run on Linux, which makes it different. And you need to run on .NET Core at that point. I've been a developer for years, but I still don't know my powers of 60. I had an extra 0 in there, my friend. All right, so we need to identify here. This topic is going to change. The topic that we're subscribing to is not that one. Not that one. Where'd it go? Not get streams. Where'd it go? Stream change state. That is the topic we want. So we'll replace this. Now we need that channel ID. So the channel ID we need to get. I think I even had source code for that also. Right? To convert to the channel ID. Channel ID. Channel ID. Where did we get that? Right? Because we did get that from somewhere else. I think I had that at configuration or something like that. Right? It was like in here. Get channels to reconnect. Get configuration. Get channel ID for channel. There it is. Here we go. So we're just going to go get users login equals channel name from the Twitch Helix API. Okay. So let's just copy this. Come over here. And I'll create another method down here. Private. No, not private font collection. No. Really? Are you kidding? I'm typing the word private and it's replacing it like that? No. Right, that's the end of that using statement. Did we lose? Well, that might be part of this. There's the using. That's got to be the method. What are you doing? Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to paste. Private static string get channel ID for channel name for username. String. What? Yeah, I agree. It would be time to refactor. And you can do that with, wow, Visual Studio. You can do some of these things with Twitch Lib, but I only need one or two things, so I'm not going and getting the full enchilada here. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Binary Chef. That was the timer. I can turn off live share now. Fortunately, everything crashed, so we can get back into. Binary Chef. Aloha. But not from Hawaii. Okay. If you're reading this, that it's too late. Oh, thank you. No, it's not too late. It's okay. Get channel ID for username, string username, and I already have stuff to do this. Was a lot of fun. Thanks again. Oh yeah, live sharing apparently has not the greatest performance. I think we're putting a lot of pressure on my network here. That could be part of this, but and there's no way for me to get the log because Visual Studio completely crashed. How Twitch Doc says to tell the stream from stream down event. You highlighted it. Disambiguate. It's easy to disambiguate notification payloads from each other. You can do either of the following. Inspect the topic stream found in the link header. Use a different callback URL for each subscription by changing the path of the query parameters. Ah, that's a good one then, T-Tutco. So I could have it pass in. The stream was stuttering. I did drop some frames. Okay, so I can have it actually pass the query right for the callback, right? Don't have it go to /API/follower. I can have it go to, channel ID equals, right? Channel ID. Right? I can have it go to that location so that when it does hit this end of stream notification, we get that information on the query string. Yeah, it feels like it was a Twitch glitch. I dropped 388 frames. That's not a lot. I'm streaming at 60 frames a second, so that's 5 seconds. But we're solid here. All right, get the channel ID for a username. Let me grab that. Copy that in. Yes, this should absolutely turn into a something that I can reuse from somewhere, right? So let me go grab what that client factory looks like for that configuration. Should be over here, and I can grab. Where is it? There we go. Base address. Oh, are you kidding? And I don't have an authorization to pass along there. But I can do these. Equals new HTTP client. Ah, come on. Now, I don't have configuration handy. No. I'm gonna have to turn that outside of here. Right? Right? Okay, so I've got that. The URI to go to for that is... Oh, did I lose that Firefox instance also? No. Not that one. Get users is that. Right? And it's just Helix because it's going to glom onto it the user's bid. So I don't need the using statement. And this, we should be able to, there we go. Channel name, well, I made it username up there. Thank you. All right. If I make this async, right? Like this. I can do, get rid of that. Good. Twitch settings class perhaps and put all config things there perhaps. Not bad. Is that a hot dog stand sweater? Michael Jolly is here. No.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
It's a Tony Stark one. Complete with... Oh yeah. A knit Infinity Gauntlet. That's right. It's Iron Man. Alright, so that should now get the channel ID for the username. So I can come back up here, right? And I could say var channel ID equals await get channel ID for username, and I'll give it the queue item. Okay, so now I've got the channel ID. So the callback URL, I still need to figure out what the callback URL is. Which is going to be the end of stream. Oh, no, wait a sec. Yeah, it's the end of stream notification. Yeah. Right, which will be... I feel like it should come out of configuration, to be perfectly honest. Right? Oh, now here comes... let's call this endpoint base URL. There we go. Somewhere .onazure.net. I don't know where it is. So I should be able to say configuration that and get to it. Right? Which is an environment. Oh, dear Lord. This is something I've been fighting with the Azure team about, and they patently disagree with me. But I would like to be able to say configuration and be able to get that, and you can't. .NET Core, Azure Functions, configuration. Watch this. Try and search for this, and from 2018. I don't want Azure App Configuration. I want to be able to hit the configuration for this. Right. Configuration Manager doesn't work. So you do this using Microsoft Extensions configuration. Execution context. Are you kidding? All right. All right. Execution context. Sure. And it says to do... Oh, heck. Install that. Sure. It may be better to inject HTTP client factory. Does Azure Functions handle that for us? No, I don't want wrapping. No. It's telling me we need that. Fine. It's already there. But set base path doesn't exist. That doesn't exist either. Yeah. Watch, I bet you add environment variables doesn't exist either. Nope! Right, we don't know the version. They changed HTTP client so you could use DI. Right. Does Azure Functions use that same capability? Does it make the HTTP client factory available to you? I don't have a constructor here. Have I seen improvements in DuckDuckGo's search algorithm over the years? Yes. It's tremendous. Thoughts on Ruby? No longer a fan. Used to be. I feel like it's very... As a dynamic language, I think it's been eclipsed by other... by Python and by other tools, other functions, and other frameworks. And I think Python does a superior job and is much more utilitarian. You can use it in many other places than Ruby. Serverless device offline detection. What? What is that? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh my gosh, JAF 1021 is here.
Hey, Ma! Can we get some meatloaf? We want it now! The meatloaf! What's she doing? I never know what she's doing.
Thanks so much. Functions.net dependency injection. Really? Register services. Yeah, so... Martin Van Stam.
Martin Van Stam just resubscribed for 8 months.
Thank you so much for that resub. We'll make another donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And thank you very much. All right, so let me create a startup class. It's not here. That's not a thing here. No, that's Azure Functions Extensions. SDK 1. Oh. This is where I get into trouble, friends. I do not trust this. It was written... Okay. Okay. I've been burned too many times on this. Latest stable 1.0. Let's see what happens. No. No. Chris Jones.
Chris Jones just resubscribed for 15 months.
Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate that, and we'll make another donation. Nope, package restore failed. It will not install. Version conflict. Install reference Microsoft Azure Web Jobs 305. Are you kidding? I'm not installing preview versions. I can't use it. I can't use it. Web Jobs isn't even installed here. No. No. This article is garbage. I did file new project and it will not let me install. What was the message? We will not be using that. Who's going to get fired? Nobody's going to get fired. Hey, Chris Jones, good to see you. Thank you so much for the resub. If the latest stable is 1.0, you know it's out of date. Yeah, I feel like you're right. Now I'm quite impatient with the Azure documentation. The volume of inaccuracy that I run into as I'm trying to do a simple process is it's rough. It's really, really hard. These are environment variables. I can get these as these configuration options as environment variables. And I don't trust anything that it says about .NET Core 3 support in Azure Functions. I really don't. We've struggled with Azure App Service and .NET Core 3. The template that's here is it's .NET 4.6.1. It's .NET 4.6.1. I thought I was on .NET Core. No. So The flip side is I can use Configuration Manager directly. Right? I mean... Right, if I go Azure Functions, did it even prompt me? For what version? Ah, there we go. So I wanted it to be flipped over to .NET Core version 2. Oh well. Can't do it now. Which means I can use, for the callback URL, I can hit Configuration Manager, that thing. Where did it go? Here. Callback URL equals new URI Configuration Manager, right? Thank you. Yep, app settings. Ta-da. Okay. So now I have that. Thank you for the follow, FRK LAN. Welcome. Yeah, I didn't... Maybe that it caused me to fail the install of the NuGet package. Probably. Probably. Because it's trying to install something into a version here that doesn't work. And honestly, I'd rather it be on .NET Core anyway. Let's try this. Let's unload the project. Yep, remove it. Back up to here. Too much junk here. Right. Oh my gosh, Glenn Condren.
Glenk just resubscribed for 9 months. What up?
Hey there. What up is I am struggling with Azure Functions again. Fritz, Twitch chat, archive. 2. I want this to start with an HTTP trigger, yes. Let's see if we can get that working. Hey, Lily Hazel is here too. What will you have to change in order for your project to be in .NET Core? There's a couple references here that need to be added. But .NET Core App 2.1, I am not touching that version. If the template does not say to go to 3, I'm not touching that. So, let me migrate in those other 2 files that I was working on. Right, did I just copy that over to the other? Nope, didn't copy it. Yeah, just kind of open those files. Thank you for the follow, Massey4. They run 2.2. I don't care which one they run. It's not in the template. I am not tempting fate in trying something different. I'm a lover scorned by Azure. Alright, so I'm going to grab this, copy it in up here. Thank you for the follow. Vin Diesel. Is that supposed to be like Vin Diesel, but Vin Diesel? Is that how that works? Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Comma is punctuation mark. Yes, comma is punctuation. Thank you for those follows. Let's see here. Vin Diesel faux Giselle. Yes. It does run on 3, but that's an early preview. Yeah, Been watching my YouTube videos pretty religiously. First time able to catch me live, says Ringberg. Well, thank you for the follow. And Namazri, I thought you already were following, but thank you for the follow. All right. So now if I try and add a startup class, see if I can get that to go. Okay, so it's telling me that that's not a thing. Nope. And the direction... Ringberg, thank you so much for that sub. That is very kind of you. And we'll make a donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, like we do with all of our subs, all of our cheers. Thank you so much. So this was saying to add this. Okay. So manage NuGet packages. We'll try this one more time. Right. And nope. Oh, wait a sec. These are in my files. We might be all right. This was a confusion between the NetFX and NetCore versions of functions. That package, this one, that's net standard. Because the package is net standard, it was allowed to attempt to be installed on the NetFX version of, let's say, not because, as the package is net standard of the templates. Okay, I stand corrected. Where was I now? Is the text? No, actually, it's blue. Right? I could deal with the. 1 second here. I could do this. Head over to the filters and take the chroma key. How about that? So I added my own NetStandard package to a full FX function app and it failed. Yep. It wasn't my NetStandard package. It was the Microsoft one. And it failed because of the way that it referenced all the things. So now, yep, implement. Thank you. Over here. Right. Oh, shoot. Where'd it go? About the configuration builder. Here. Right, so now I don't have configuration manager, but I have the execution context. Right. Ta-da! Doesn't know what that is. Yep, give me one of those. So now I can just change this to config, and I got that. All right. So now it, right. Where I had client, this should just be, yeah, we'll fix that. So now I can use a client factory. Where did I do that before? Right, Azure Functions, HTTP client factory. I know, it feels good. Did I break Azure yet? Didn't deploy yet. Don't forget to add, right, that's this one. Right, Twitch, chat, archive. Thank you. Okay. That's the only one I'm going to really add. So now I can receive, not in there. HTTP client factory, right? No. Whatever. HTTP client factory. Yeah. See, and if I fine. Okay, that works. What don't you like there? HTTP client factory. I tried doing that and you didn't like it. Wants me to install AWS. Okay.
Oh my.
I know. But I don't have a reference to that. What? Yeah. Let's try putting this one in. Yeah, I'm on 1029. I'm on the right version here. Okay. Microsoft Extensions HTTP. Let's try and get that one installed. I don't want the 3.1 or the 3.0. Let's go with the 2.1.1. Context menus from Visual Studio seem a little more condensed. Is it a plugin or just vanilla Windows? That's just Windows. I don't have to make functions methods static. What happened here? I don't know what this is. Get rid of that. Thank you for the follow, Deuce Too High. Welcome. Let's see here. So, where was I? I was trying to get, now I get the client factory. Okay. So now I can say create client, and I need to start naming my clients and put that client creation back. You know what? I'm not even going to name it. I can give it the entire API there. Right? I think that's where I'm supposed to post. Where'd it go? Helix Webhooks Hub. Yeah. API Twitch. Okay, good. Good. Post it. Logger log. If there's an error. Log level. No. Okay. So that should post, and I don't see any red down here. I guess not. So end of stream. Why doesn't it know what that is? HTTP request. Why doesn't it like that one? Because it's .query. Alright. Don't need these. This whole thing I can get ready to nuke. Let's just get it building. Right, start there. Get it building. Hey, Veronica! No, this is not NetBeans. JSON property. Thank you for the follow. 0D555. Was that one too many fives? iService collection does not contain add HTTP client. I'm missing a using statement. One more time. Encoding doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Give me a using statement. Come on, here we go. Is this the Net Standard Functions app? No, this is .NET Core. And that looks like it built successfully, am I right? Yes! Oh my goodness. After much... Whew. All right, next step. Let's see here. So now we can put into a queue, and we need to figure out the name of that, where that queue lives. A queue item that says, here's what we're going to subscribe to, and it'll subscribe for, we'll set it up to listen for 24 hours. But we're going to need to extend, we're going to need to resubscribe before that 24 hours is up, right? We need to extend our lease. Right, and these are, I don't have a bearer token. So at some point we need to be able to set up a resubscription function that'll go and resubscribe. Boom boom. The I in front of programming API names is a standard construct. That's been around for a very, very long time. That's a development standard that is beyond Microsoft. So, okay, so the pieces that I still need to figure out here, right? So this will subscribe, and I should start getting, right, this coming back, and we're gonna have it hit our callback URL. And what's the callback URL structure for functions, right? Azure Functions HTTP endpoint. What does that look like? Yeah. Right, so route template determines what route is used to invoke this. You did not include /API base path as... Okay. So... Where's the route template go? Here. Alright. So we'll put that into Azure, I guess. Making fun of Apple for being silly. Yeah, well, that happens. Do I ever change the music? Yes, I do. Okay. So I'm going to specify that location outside. Well, it still doesn't tell me what the base /API /hello /whatever. All right. So I still don't. Okay, hang on. So the callback URL, let's say it gives us all of that stuff. And we're just going to pass on channel ID equals. Yeah. For them to call back. So up here, when we get the end of stream notification, right, the channel ID is going to be the request. Oh, look, there's the route right there. I could specify the route here. Request. I thought query was the thing in here. Am I missing a using statement? No. Yeah. HTTP request. Wait a sec. Let's make sure I have the right objects here. Because I've got a real trust issue. Say, get rid of that. Okay. So now I'll be able to go get channel ID. Now I've got the channel ID as a string. Okay. So, right? To do trigger chat extract. That's it. The reason Apple never launched their package delivery system is because Microsoft wouldn't let them use iDispatch. That is so bad, Fuel Snable. That is so bad. Let's see, what do we got here? I don't really have the endpoint to go to. I mean, I could test to make sure that this works. I still need to figure out, right, where that queue trigger is coming out of. There's a way to specify that, right, in the function JSON file, which you don't have in this. So what does this look like? Where do I put this? I don't know what's disabled. What's enabled, I guess. And this is for CSX, right? So where do I specify that queue trigger? Like, where's that configuration come from? Trigger configuration. You said in the function JSON file. When you're developing locally, app settings go in local JSON file. Local settings JSON. Great. How do I do that? No. No. And really no. We've gone right off the deep end. There's no example of what this looks like. It's just Yes, there's local settings. Great. Where do I put my Q trigger configuration in there? This is the source code for that. Right? Okay, so that's what a function JSON file looks like. I mean, do I just... Do I do that? And where's the connection come from? Right? Do I need... I don't have connection strings here. So where does that come from? The All Wolf. Thank you for the follow. Right? This is a... Please explain these properties. I'd love to know more. If the app setting name begins with Azure Web Jobs, you can specify only the remainder of it here. For example... Oh dear God. Connection strings. My binding connection. These are values. But they're not connection strings. So do they go in the connection strings or do they go in the values? That's not clear to me. The name of an app setting that contains the storage connection string to use. So that's an app setting to me. Does that mean it goes in values or does that mean it goes in connection strings? Frank has a link for us. Connection. Okay, where's the settings for these? Yeah, there's... What do those settings look like? I mean, great, you're pulling stuff out. You need to specify, here's the connection, use the Q trigger, create a... Right? Using a POCO. If it's a JSON payload, it'll return... Okay, that's nice. What does... Yeah. Output binding, Q bindings. What does the configuration look like? In the first code snippet. Okay. Q trigger. What is that? That's the name of a binding and a connection. Right? To trigger your function via an Azure storage queue. Q trigger requires the name of the queue and the name of the setting that holds the connection information for your storage account. Okay, so Tessel RX, thank you so much. Is dark mode? Yes, the dark mode is a feature here. It's under theme. You can do that inside the docs here. Pardon me for a moment. Yes, I am looking for a configuration sample. The name of your key in the config file. Key where for what? I'm seeing 3 different configuration files here, and none of them match up with the names of things that are listed in the documentation. So, I'm going to just start guessing at things now because it's not clear. So type Q trigger direct. I mean, I guess this is the binding configuration I'm supposed to be using here. Name, Twitch channel subscriptions. Sure. Well, no, wait. No. That's the... Okay. Q name. Twitch channel subscription. Connection. So I guess... Okay. So this is... Twitch chat storage? I don't know. Right? Which I'll put up here, and for right now, I'll use that. Right? Functions develop in Visual Studio. Please. Local settings file. Yeah, I was already looking at this. Add bindings. Yes, please. And what do these bindings look like inside the file? There is no definition of what these look like inside the file. Nothing. We're way down into features. So, great. How do I go from this to actually having it working? It's not clear. So, let's see if that works. So, I think that lines up. I'm going to delete that one because I don't need it anymore. Goodbye. And Azure Storage Emulator. That's not the emulator. Storage Emulator. There it is. I know it's a command line tool. Thank you. Hey there, Sonner Ganol. Do I have the Azure Q created? No. Do I need to create it first? This is so heavy, it's stopping OBS. Okay. So it started. I can't show that. Okay, let's see if this works. So I have this hooked up to just the local and attached storage account for the emulator. Let's see if it connects and we can do something in there. Devil Dog Tech Nerd, chiming in a bit late, but better late than never. Absolutely, thank you. So I don't know what the endpoint base URL is. We'll see what happens when the log kicks in here and tries to do something. Let's see what happens. There we go. Sure. Okay. And there we go. Loading extensions, blah, 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 and errors. Error indexing method. Microsoft Azure cannot bind parameter client factory to type IHTTP. Make sure the type is supported by the binding. If you're using binding extensions, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, some of you were saying, well, you need to be... I know. That we can do... We don't have to do static here anymore. So, can I get rid of this? And put a CTOR on this. And receive an IHTTP client factory. So then down here, well, I hope. This is still static. Right, can we do that? And here... This is still static. Create client. Do that. Okay, give that a shot now. See if that works. Blob triggers and Q storage trigger functions. Look at that on C# corner. Hey, Flav Creations, good to see you. All right, let me come back to this. Let me see if this ran. So far, so good. All right, it found everything. Looks like it started. So in my storage emulator, thank you for the follow. Oh, smart. 2017. So, okay. I don't have a queue, so maybe I need to create the queue first. Does it tell me what queue it's looking for? Doesn't say. Okay. So the name of the queue that I said to create is that. So let's try creating that queue. And if I put a message in here, we tell it, let's see what happens. So we created that message. I don't think it found it. Don't. Well, wait. Wait a minute. Subscribe, I thought, was triggered with... Right there. Nope, didn't trigger. You think my connection string is wrong? I think a lot of my configuration is wrong. My connection string is use development storage equals true. I think this is probably wrong too. So if I go back into here, no, not there. Here, Q trigger, right? It's the queue name. And I need the connection also. So let's go back over to this. If we pull just the name of the queue, and if it's that, does that work? And this whole bindings thing is garbage that it says in the other configurations. Is that what works? The queue was created when you ran. No, it wasn't. I created it myself. There we go. There we go. This operation cannot be performed on a default instance of immutable array. Consider initializing. Wow. What the heck was that? So it didn't like something. Well, wait a sec. All right, hang on. Let's do this. I'm gonna take you. Go back over here. Oh, I don't have execution context. Does it have iConfiguration then available? Let me go back up here. So here, can I just say like that? I know, very cringe. In the method declaration, connection just refers to a key pair value in my config file. Yeah, the whole bindings thing there is what confused me. So let's put a breakpoint right here. Load it up. Okay. New message. C# Fritz. Didn't even hit. Didn't even hit here. I don't need execution context anymore. Is that what it's... Check the link you sent me. It's a tutorial. No. I don't have any connection string. Sure I do. I've just put it right there. Connection equals Twitch chat storage. And that's what's in... Not there. Here. And it's absolutely hitting it because it removes that. Right? That message is there now. Bang! And it's, like it says, move the message to the poison queue. Right? And if I refresh here, the list of queues, right? There's the poison queue. So it's found it. It's not doing anything with it. Right? It's there and it's not passing through. This is not a connection string. Well, what would you call it then? Because it's absolutely moving my messages around. I'm not even getting to this first line. And the error message that's being reported here, failed, cannot be performed on an instance of immutable. And there's no line there that tells me what the issue is. So now what? Right, isn't there, what was it, like a queue message? Right? Or cloud queue message. It's not returning the object properly. Oh my gosh. Right? Queue trigger, and it's receiving it as a strong light type thing. I don't want to receive a... Yeah. I just want to receive that string. No. Cloud queue message is what I want. Right? You can also use Service Bus Explorer to manage queues. Yes, you can. I don't want to make it that complicated, though, that I need a full service bus. So if I do that, S-string, right? Let's try that and see what comes up. Nope. That's not a method. AsString is a method name. That's a verb. I would expect that to be a method. I'm going to check this stuff into source control here in a little bit and call this, because I'm getting very frustrated and I feel like I need to spend a lot of time deciphering the documentation here, because there's pieces that just aren't quite connecting for me. Come on. Okay. So let me go back over to this one. Add a message. Message text. C# Fritz. There it is. Nope. Nope. Doesn't DQ. That's disappointing. Right? I mean, can I even hit? Right? Can I hit that? Right? I mean, it should take a minute here and connect and try and hammer through this. And nothing. It's not doing a thing. There it goes. No, didn't even hit the breakpoint. Is it something up in here that it's not doing? Do I need a JSON payload? Shouldn't need that. Add a message. I wanted to subscribe to this. Go. No, doesn't stop there either. It's something internal that it's not getting. It's not even launching and connecting into this. Yeah, it was paused. You're right. I'm stuck here. Right? Is it the logger? Hey, Copper Beardy. Is it the logger? No, it doesn't want me using that. It wants me to use iLogger. Right. So it's clearly hitting my queue. There's nothing serializing. Okay, this said it was going to install when I closed it. Let's see, maybe there's something wrong. Right, this is the function JSON. Where does that get placed inside of my host JSON? Because it says the value of connection is the name of an app setting that contains the connection string, not the connection string itself. Right. That. But I've got it on the Q trigger. right? The connection is that over there. And it's clearly hitting it. And yeah, that's receiving a strongly typed. I just want a string. So I can just throw names of folks that I want in there. No. I've done this lots of times, and it's just not working today. Vikas 002, welcome. So I'm left thinking that something changed. Right? And it's really not clear. Try going to Azure directly instead of the Storage Explorer? Okay. Sure. No. No. Today. Okay. Let me go to this. And where the heck did the new go? I want a storage account. Really? Sure. Okay, storage account name, chat, subscriptions. Okay. And let's put in East US 2, standard, sure. Okay. Locally redundant access tier. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm going to be accessing it frequently. Okay, sure. Secure transfer, dear lord. Large file shares, no. Data protection, blob soft delete, no. Data lake, I'm not even using data lakes. Alright, good. Create. Why is next disabled and the extra create button is over here? It's like... whatever. Let's make sure Azure Mask is turned on. Good. Good coffee today. This says 8900, but my data on Social Blade says 97. 8897. We're 3 followers away. There we go. Thank you for the follow. There's 8898 IV3X. I appreciate your follow. There we go. 2 more and we'll do a giveaway and we'll call it a day, I think, here. Hey, Threnan. Yes, developers. Here we go. All right. So I should have a connection string. Dear Lord, they moved this again on me. Is it under properties? Surface endpoint. Well, which one's the connection string? I gotta turn off the thing here so I can see what this is, because none of these are called connection strings, so I don't think... No, those aren't the connection strings. So where's the connection string? Is it under configuration? No, it's not there either. Access keys? There it is. Okay. So it's here and it's blurred out for my protection. I'm going to copy that to the clipboard. Come over here in host JSON. Not that one. Local settings JSON. I'm going to paste it in here. There it is. Alright, so I will not open that again. Or else I'm going to have to rotate my keys. So... access queue keys. What's access queue keys? What was the goal of today's stream? We're trying to set this up so it'll download chat messages for a completed stream. We've been fighting with Azure Functions and queue triggers. It's not behaving. It's not listen. It's what's the command? I think it's attention. Not command. It's help. There you go. Yeah, attention will get my attention. Why do I prefer Azure instead of AWS or GCP? Asks Newar 101. I work for Microsoft. So I've got a lot of Azure resources that I can use. And it's also the most developer friendly of them. Okay. So let's try connecting and see what happens here. Going to a real endpoint. Which is then going to beg the question, is it going to create the queue for me? Say that with a happier tone. I'll say it with an honest tone. How's that? Thank you for the follow, Sir Shining. Okay, there we go. Good. It looks like it's waiting. The Last Boson, thank you for the follow as well. Now, I'm waiting to see that this says 8,900. I think 2 people unfollowed, but I'm waiting for that number to update on Social Blade to confirm. Because Twitch no longer shows the number of followers that you have. They show a rounded number. Oh my gosh. Newar 101, thank you for the follow. Just refresh that. Now I've broken Social Blade. I'm just breaking things all over the place. You hate Azure. Why do you hate Azure? There we go. 88. Wait, 8880?
I'm Scott. I'm new here.
Obajags, thank you so much for the sub. It's the slowest and has the most outages. Prove it. That didn't line up quite right on Social Blade. But we're over 8,900. According to my numbers that I see here. Oh yeah. Thank you so much for the sub. We'll make a donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Any chance that I'll be heading to... Let me put that question. we go. The question here was, any chance I'll be heading to PyCon 2020 in Pittsburgh? No. I haven't been to any Python conferences. I don't typically work with Python. When it comes to uptime, not all cloud providers are created equal. Really? According to Network World, in an article from May 2019. So you're looking at this article and total reported downtime for 2018 to 2019. This is self-reported from the vendor's websites, not the true number, as regional information or service granularity sometimes becomes obscured. Another thing that you need to look at is Azure is significantly bigger than the other two. So, yeah. So, the others might not be reporting downtime. That's possible. But feel like it's rude to bash on a service to someone who works for the provider. Yes, Azure is much larger than AWS. Many, many more regions. So, AWS has the most usage. Azure has the most regions because there's also a government region. There's other locations that are... the government region is the big one. That they can't tell you what all's in that one. So... going to run with Firestore? Sure. Alright, so I need to now put an entry into that queue we just created, and Musical Bookworm, thank you so much for that resub.
Just resubscribed for 8 months.
Yeah, thank you so much. I need to create the queue for this. And the name of that queue is Twitch channel subscriptions. I'll make a donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Thank you so much. And you're going to get those emotes. There we go. So that's the URL that I want it to come back to. Ugh. No, that isn't the URL I want it to come back to. That's something else. We're not there yet. Yes, I donate all of my subscriptions, all of my cheers. Yes, yes. So now, can I put an entry in there? Can I add a message? Yes.
I'm Scott, I'm new here.
Jamie T, thank you so much for the sub with Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Okay, so that should... Nope, that doesn't work either. It's not hitting my code. I'm going to need to do some research on this. Because this is upstream from me. This is before my code is hit. So, you're welcome, Jamie T. I'm glad you enjoy it. Everyone at work is in love with GCP, but you have no production systems in GCP. Yeah. Kind of wish Azure had a free tier to work with for their database. Well, right, when you start getting into other... I thought there was a lower database tier you could work with. But certainly not Cosmos DB. There is not a free tier. Thank you for the follow, Mejiora. I'm going to need to do some research into this. This is not... There's something going on here. That error message is yeah, there's a misconfiguration. There's something going on before it triggers this that isn't me. Right, if I put a breakpoint down in here. No, he might not know. Right? Add a message here, do the same message. Thank you for the follow. Raphael, appreciate you joining. The SQL database, 250 gig SQL database is in the free tier? Didn't know that. Yeah. Not hitting my code and I'm not getting in here. Something's broken. It's either a misconfiguration or... I mean, I'm and I haven't added anything at this point. So I'm going to need to find an expert and see if I can get some help on this, because that's a simple Q trigger. So thank you for the follow. Zero Cool I am. Welcome. Does that stay in the free tier after the first year? Well, hang on. How long do you want a free tier to last? I work for the developer division. I work on the developer tools like Visual Studio and .NET. Visual Studio Code as well. That Q trigger just kills me here. It really does. Right now, I don't... Right, I mean, does anybody have something about complaining about this? No. 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 Yeah. Thank you, Ringberg. I appreciate the kind words. Let's do this. I'm at a loss. I'm going to check in this code. Thanks. I don't know what to do. I mean, these error messages they're indecipherable, and it's not a pointer to anything that I can work on. Thank you for the follow, Squeakers09. Oh, I'm not just going to mail the dev. Right, I mean, all right. Let's go as simple as possible with the exact same configuration information, right? Let's, I mean, literally make this, right? Just call this test, right? And say logger dot log debug completed. I'm not even going to access it. Okay? But it's let's call this Twitch channel test. Okay? Let me go back over to the portal. Go up one, create a queue, test. Okay, so now I have test. I'm receiving. Oops. So I'm receiving on this one, and I should hit there. Okay. Add a message. Doesn't matter what it is. And we'll do the giveaway right after this test. And then I'll upload things into GitHub, and we'll call it a day. Hey, Crows. New to Twitch. How do you learn about my session schedule? There's a panel just below. Bang. No. No. Didn't even get to it. That's not me. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it there. I don't... Was that live censoring ID? What do you mean? Where? Here? Yes. That's called AZ Mask. And I can use that to turn on and off those. That's okay. I can turn that one on. You can see. It's just a GUID there. It doesn't even show the whole GUID. But by default, it'll censor out all those things. I'm stuck. This doesn't work. I'm going to have to find someone who can help with this. In the meantime, though, I'm going to get rid of that one. I was really hoping we could get this done today, but once again, I'm fighting with Azure Functions on stream. Let me start up PowerShell and we'll get this checked in to GitHub. Nope. Here, there, and we're going to create a new repository. And this will be Twitch, chat, archive. I don't want a template, no. Archiving Twitch chat messages for completed streams. Okay, public. Initialize it with a readme. I'll do a git ignore that starts with Visual Studio. Yep, and we'll do MIT. There we go. Yep, that's no. And we will Twitch chat archive get yeah, get remote add origin that location. Fantastic. Get pull. Yes. Get pull origin master. Yep. Did you see what I almost did there? I almost checked in my connection string. And I already closed Visual Studio, didn't I? I almost checked in my connection string. That would have been terrible. Yeah. And I'll push that up. After I sign this, it works for you, Frank. Okay. I always do that. There we go. And we'll run our giveaway here. Cool. I've got to be really, really close. Because I mean, I'm thinking like I've got some sort of corrupted something or another running on this machine. Because wrong file again. Right? That should work. That should easily work. And it's not. So, the URL of the repo? Sure. There's where it is. That's where we upload it. But let's run a sticker giveaway because we hit another milestone. We hit 8,900. We're about to cross 9,000 followers here, friends. So we're going to do a sticker giveaway and call it a day here. I'm already up to date. I hope so. We sent some stickers to Pizza Pizza and a bunch of other folks. If you're in the chat room and you want to participate, exclamation point here. We'll put you into the sticker giveaway. And there we go. There's some folks appearing right now. This is a set of stickers that includes our friend, the Rainbow Bearded Clippy, Rainbow Bearded Octocat, and the cool robot in shades. Oh, yeah. Exclamation point here, and I'll get you into the giveaway. Nothing to it. I'll ship these anywhere in the world. Go ahead and jump in right now. Exclamation point here. Look at them all trickling in there. There we go. There we go. Don't let the time run up. Even to the Netherlands, even to the Netherlands. We've sent them to Australia too. And here we go. All in, no more? Everyone interested? Let's do this. Let's give away some stickers. Oh, yeah. Round and round it goes. Who should I send them to? Martin, I just missed C-sharp learner. All right. There you go. Just whispered you. Go ahead and reply, and we will we'll get those sent out. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. We didn't quite get to where I wanted to today. And to be perfectly frank, I got really angry. But you know what? We learned a couple things. It's easy to step through those configuration items when starting Azure Functions and choose the wrong version of the functions template and get tricked into something that doesn't match up with the documentation now either. We're still running into an issue with the triggers, the Q trigger. I'm going to talk to some folks, see what we can do to reconcile that. And it's confusing. It's something that I want to get resolved here so that next time we can finish hooking up to the chat and start receiving and logging information about what happens in the chat room. Let me see who's out there streaming right now that we can check in with. Twitch, I really don't like your new URL structure. I really don't. We're going to set up that raid, absolutely. Who can we raid? Who is running right now? Oh my gosh. You know who we haven't raided? You know who we haven't raided in a while and we need to raid? We're going to raid Dev Chatter. He's raiding a Final Fantasy VII interactive application. Right? You got to check this out. So let's set up the raid call. And hello. Oh, the bot fell asleep on me. Look at this. Hang on. There we go. Now let's set up the raid. Here it comes. We're going to raid over Dev Chatter. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. We will be getting back together on Tuesday, and it'll be I think we'll recognize my stream anniversary on Tuesday, and we'll set up and have a little bit more fun. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. I will see you then. All right? Say hi to Dev Chatter for me. Take care.